Welcome to the Chinese Moms in Business Club, the Queen Bee interview. My name is Xiaofang Sutton. I'm the co-founder of the club and CEO of Allison Legal, specialist in corporate structuring and intercompany agreement for transfer pricing compliance. Let me briefly introduce our club. Chinese Mom in Business Club is an independent networking organization with a very simple mission, which is to inspire and empower Chinese moms to reach their true potential. With this in mind, we have launched our own interview series, the Queen Bee Interview, which invites inspiring and successful Chinese moms come along to share their own stories and wisdom and inspire the rest of us along the way. Following our first successful interview, I'm very honored today to have our very own co-founder, Sally Maier-Yip, to share her stories and wisdom with us. So welcome, Sally. Thank you for being our guest speaker today. Whenever I think about Sally, the first thing comes to my mind is her big smile, as you can see now on the screen.
Thank you.
Literally instantly picking me up. And the second thing comes to me is her passion. Really her passion towards her work and her clients. It really shows on her face and through her words. I know, Sally, you are passionate about being the positive influence on people around you. I have to admit, you certainly achieved that on me.
Thank you.
So today, I'm just really interested in finding out how does you keep your fire going and what's really like, in your business and family life. So without further ado, Sally, for your first question, I know you set up your own PR agency, 11K Consulting, back in 2015, after full-time working in various PR agencies in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in London. So what motivated you, take the leap, decide to set up your own?
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much, Xiaofeng, for having me today. It's my great honor to share my humble stories with you all. So why I set up 11K back in 2015, 5 years ago. To be honest, and now still looking back, it was a shock to myself and to everyone around me. When I first told my parents that I wanted to quit my job and set up my own business, the first response I got from my parents is that, are you joking? You are too kind. You will be cheated by your clients and friends easily. Don't do that. So that's kind of the shock I got from other people when I told them that, oh, I wanted to set my own business. And I guess the real reason why I did this decision, it was totally because I was very frustrated with my agency life after working in Hong Kong, Singapore, London for 10 years. I thought I stopped learning, and learning is really key to me. So I was talking to different people, including my unofficial mentor, Andy, about that. And then he gave me an idea. Why don't you go out and find your own clients instead of working for another company? And that really got me thinking, yes, actually, I have nothing to lose. I did not have kids at that time. I could try. If it did not work, I can always go back and find a job. And that's really how I found my first business with a business partner, which unfortunately did not work well. And then I left the company and set up 11K in early 2015. And fortunately, with hard work and persistence, it did work. And I'm glad we still survive and grow during this COVID-19 uncertain time.
No, you've done a great job. You've done a great job. And I have to say, very much like Elon Musk says, when you are young, you got to take the risk with no kids and nothing, you got to take the risk. That's the best time taking risk. So I'm glad you actually done it, because now we have a PR expert connecting Western brands with China market. That's amazing. So that's really good. And as a coach saying, your future is found on your daily routines. So I'm very interested to hear, what's a typical day look like for you?
Yes. I have two versions, if I can share. One version is before COVID-19, and the other version is after COVID-19, because life does change a bit after this incident. So before COVID-19, I would say my typical day starts early. It still starts early. Usually, I would always want to get up earlier than my kids wake up. So I will wake up maybe at 6:30 a.m. before my kids wake up, and I always want to do the very heavy thinking, very difficult job right at the start to clear it out of my way. And then my kids get up, and then 7:30 to 8:30 will be busy time, eating breakfast, dress them up, rush to the nursery. And then at 9 a.m., I will usually have my conference call with my clients in Singapore, with my colleagues in China. After all the calls, and then I will have meetings with my clients, partners, prospects here in London, meeting my team in Tottenham Court Road. And then usually I will always have 1 to 2 events in the evening, either for my client or other people's events for networking or business development. So that's usually it's my Monday to Thursday, and I still work Monday to Thursday. I don't work Friday. So Friday is my date with my 2 boys, where I try to switch off and really bring them to London Transport Museum, London Zoo, really have a day together after working so hard between Monday to Thursday. So that's kind of my life before COVID-19, and after COVID-19. So our 2 boys have been with us all the time over the past 6 months. So really work life have no boundaries in that sense. I still try to wake up early to do my heavy thinking before they wake up. And it's even more important now because they are around me all the time. And then during the daytime, just get along. My son joined all my clients' Zoom calls, try not to stress out. That's part of my life. And then now I don't have events in the evening, so I actually can spend more time per se to with my kids and also throughout the day. And I still try to do some work in the evening when they go to bed. So my day does feel longer actually during COVID-19 because they are around me physically all the time. But now they are back to nursery, so I just feel more relaxed in that sense. I can actually be more productive and focus on what I need to do. But I enjoy doing what I do. It's not like I suffer from long working hours. It's just how it plans out. And I think that's the joy of being an entrepreneur, to be able to manage your time according to your lifestyle.
Yeah, no, I think that's really the beauty. I think definitely that's one beauty of running your own business is the freedom. You can actually control your routine. I think especially is essential for being a mom.
Yeah.
You need to have that little bit of flexibility and spontaneous when it's. No, I think, I felt like what COVID-19 gave to us is to really make us appreciate, once the kids back to school, really appreciate our previous daily routine. That's hopefully you still will get your pre-COVID-19 routine back.
Yes.
That's really good. I know you just mentioned, you're a mom and entrepreneur. So welcome to the Mom Entrepreneur Club. Yeah. And now it's 2020. You have run your own business for 5 years, and during this time, you also have been busy, having 2 beautiful boys, and also the youngest one only just turned 1, I think. So it's very busy. So what have been your biggest challenge from your perspective, being a mom entrepreneur?
Yes, thank you. I think challenges are good. I think challenges do help me to grow better and stronger. I know it's very cliche, but looking back, I do think being a mom actually empowered me to become a better entrepreneur. It's tough, but it does work, I think. If I have to say challenges being a working mom, I would say time and patience. They are kind of interlinked. Time meaning that I still only have 24 hours a day, but I feel I'm doing two jobs. One job is being a business owner and runner. The other one is being a mom of two boys. So time is such a luxury. I did not realize that when I was single or when I did not have kids. Like I could just say yes to everything. I just say yes to all the meetings, all the calls, and thought that's the best way of doing business. But after being a mom, I just did not have time and I did not have the energy. So it actually helped me to become better in terms of saying no. Like I really don't have time to talk to you. So how can I still get around and achieve my ultimate goals? I think it's about really prioritize my priorities instead of just to take my to-do list. And I learned how to delegate. Like in the past, my clients say, "Oh, hire Sally equal to hiring 5 people," and now I cannot do 5 people job. So really help me to actually employ staff. Like in the past, oh, I can do everything. Now I can't do everything. So actually, it's better that I learn to delegate better, to hire the right people to do the job better than me. So this time challenge become a positive thing. I think the other one is patience, which also linked to time. So I thought I'm a very patient person, but no, I'm not a patient person at all. My 2 kids constantly test my patience, like when they're screaming, what you do. I think my 2 boys teach me to be a better, more patient persons, in the sense that sometimes it just takes time to make something happen. They need to learn. They're new to the world. They haven't done that before. So give them some time to learn a skill, to learn not to scream, to reason with them. So I guess it's the same for running your own business. Sometimes we are so eager to make things happen, to win a new business, but it does take time to foster something to happen. So I think always, like my mentor say, what is the worst scenario? Be patient and wait for the results. I think if you are passionate about something, it will happen at the perfect timing. So I think being a working mom teach me how to manage my time better and also become a patient person, even though I'm still not very patient yet.
No, I think that's best for every single mom, I think, out there with the kids. I think that's the biggest thing we learn. And I think being patient also equally, just enjoy the moment, enjoy the journey. And I think towards business, you pointed out a very good one, which is, I think, the founder of Amazon, Jeff. And what he mentioned about his business is there's one of the things he says since they started Amazon is about being patient, because Amazon has been invested massively. They only recently, start to be perfect after quite a few years. And so I think is really about long term, and also, the passion, the value we can bring to the business community and to the world. And that's really the most important thing, I think, as an entrepreneur. So Sally, I know your company PR is a PR experts in connecting Western brands with high net worth individuals in China and investors in China. And you certainly own the authority. And so what's your top tips for Western brands who would like to target this market?
Yes, thank you. Yes, we are very passionate about helping Western companies to reach to the right Chinese high net worth individuals and investors in UK, Hong Kong, and China. And the very simple principle is to build trust with these people. They are not stupid. They make their wealth. They are usually educated, sophisticated. They know what they want. So it's very important to build trust with them, as if how you are doing business with your Western counterparts. And how to build trust with them is to make sure that you are on the right platforms, either offline or online, to make sure you are in their circle, meet with the right people they trust already. And to give you an example how we actually do it in terms of PR, one of our clients is a very famous British architect and interior designer. So his clients are really top China CEO in China, very influential people in the society. So we help him to build his thought leadership, his trusted brand, through getting him on the right media platforms such as Forbes China, China Real Estate Finance magazines, China Daily, etc. So these are the publications that are trusted and well read by his target audience, meaning investors and high net worth individuals. We also help him to connect with the right people, people who serve this group of people, because you want them to be your brand ambassador to recommend you to their network. So we also do business introductions, hold different networking events to make sure that our clients meet the right people, not in a hard sell way, but more like friendship, let's be friends first. Social media is important, but you don't need to be on every single social media because not all the social media are trusted and well read by your audience. So for high-level individuals and investor group, I would say WeChat is key. So make sure you are feasible on WeChat. We do that for our clients as well. And really trying to find the right platforms at the right time to talk about your expertise, and that's how you really build your trusted brand and relationship with your target audience. Yes, it makes sense.
It's totally. I definitely learned a big thing from that as well. No, I think it's definitely one of the things about relationship, isn't it? It's not really about hard selling. It's about building the relationship and constantly inspiring them in different ways, inspiring your audience. So that's really helpful. So we came to the last question.
Yes.
And time flies. So if we can fast forward your life to when you were 18 years old, and how you want other people to describe your life?
Yes. So if I were lucky enough to live until 80 years old, so I'm almost halfway through. I'm halfway to catch up. So I did think through this question. I think it's really simple. That I guess when I die, when I reach to 80 years old, I want people to remember that I'm a nice person. A nice person as a boss, as a friend, as a colleague, as an agency partner of our clients, for my friend, or strangers. I think money is important, but we don't bring money to our funeral. I think it's the memories that last, and I want people to remember that I'm a nice person who cheer them up a bit when they are down, or just share the joys and be a nice person. That's my goal.
I certainly is in line with what you're passionate about, being the positive influence on people around you. And I think it is really about how you make people feel, on a day-to-day basis in the working place, in the family and friends. Well, it definitely is a very, very inspiration for all of us, being kind, really being kind. That's really today. That's really it is. So so thank you very much, Sally. It's a wonderful, wonderful conversation, and I love every single second of it. So for all the moms who are listening to us, if you feel inspired, please follow us on LinkedIn, Chinese Mom in Business Club, and you can actually send us a message on LinkedIn as well. And for the moms, if you felt like you wanted to share your stories with us, we are love to hear from you. It's all about we inspire each other to reach our true potential and to be the best mom we can be to our kids, to be the best business person we can be to that community. So thank you, Sally.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time, everyone.